Hello and welcome back to DriveTracker. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to export your directions and route. Once you've optimized your route and configured your directions completely, as outlined in the last few tutorials, you can export your directions. From DriveTracker's main page, click on My Routes, and then click on the route that you want to export directions for. Then click on View Directions. Finally, you can click on the Print/Email button in the menu near the top of the page, and a pop-up menu for exporting your directions should appear. There are 5 components that you can include in your directions when you export them: a summary, an itinerary, turn-by-turn directions, a map overview, and map strips for each leg of the route. By default, the directions that you export will just contain a summary and an itinerary. The summary displays the number of stops on your route, the total driving distance, and the estimated driving time that it will take to complete your route. The itinerary, on the other hand, contains the address of each stop on your route. If you check the turn-by-turn box at the top, turn-by-turn directions between each pair of stops will appear below the itinerary. Checking the map overview box at the top will place a map of your entire route with your expected path outlined in dark blue at the top of your directions. Finally, checking map strips will place the corresponding segment of your route, highlighted in red, next to each set of turn-by-turn directions. In order to include map strips in your directions, you must also include turn-by-turn directions. Otherwise, you can have any combination of the components in the directions that you export. When you've configured all of the options for your directions, you can export them by email or by printing. To email directions to an email address, click on Email and enter the address. Then, click on Send. You should then receive a confirmation message that your email was sent. The email that you receive should look something like this, and will contain the information that you specified when exporting your directions. To print your map and directions, click on Map Overview and then click Print. Your computer's print dialog box will appear, and you can either print to a printer or save the map and the directions as a PDF. The resulting PDF will contain your map as well as any of the direction options that you exported. Finally, you can export your directions to a Garmin device as a GPX file. In the main menu of the Directions page, click on Garmin. Your computer will then download a GPX file that can be uploaded to a Garmin GPS device. The process of uploading your route to a Garmin device will be covered in more depth in a future video. In the next tutorial, you'll learn how to add metadata and notes to your route.